Hi, I'm Damien Murphy with Scholastic Kids Press Corps. I'm at the home of award-winning author Lisa Yee in South Pasadena, California. Let's find out about her latest book, Warp Speed. It's about a boy who doesn't fit in and feels just about invisible to almost everyone. You may know Lisa Yee from her other books, Millicent Min, Girl Genius, Stanford Wong Flunks Big Time, and So Totally Emily Ebers. All 3 award-winning books. So Lisa, which character in the book could you compare yourself with?
In Warp Speed? I guess Marley. Even though he's beat up every day and I wasn't beat up every day, I kind of knew how it felt to be invisible at school, and that's kind of how he feels.
What is the secret to creating a realistic character?
Wow. I guess the secret would be to be honest, not make them cartoons and really try to tap into the emotions of how a kid feels.
When did you know you were first going to be a writer?
Oh, I've always wanted to be a writer all my life. I guess when I was little, and as soon as I knew how to read, I knew I wanted to be part of that book world. So whether it was going to be as a reader for life or a writer, I knew I was going to be involved somehow, and I'm so glad I got to be an author.
I want to be a writer too.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you. Where do you do most of your writing? How do you prepare to start writing each day?
I do writing in this office here with all my stuff around. And my kids say that I spend too much time goofing off on the computer and surfing the internet. And I do that because I get inspiration by reading what other people write and, going on Facebook and things like that. But I also have a program called Freedom, which disables the internet so that I can't spend too much time goofing off. And for me now, writing is a job, so I know that I have to write a certain amount of words every day, and I have goals that I try to meet, and I do it that way. So I approach it like work.
I visited your LisaYee.com website and saw that you have a pet Peep that you travel and take pictures with. Can you tell us more about it?
Yes, well, this is my Peep. Her name is Peepy. It's spelled Peepy. And she travels with me all over the country. She's got a lot of fans. She even has her own MySpace. And so it's funny because now she's become so popular, people will run up to me and they'll say, "Oh, and you're Lisa Yee?" And I'll say, "Yes." And then they'll have a camera and they'll say, "Can I have a picture?" And I'll say, "Okay." And they'll hand me their camera and have me take a picture of them with my Peep.
I really like the message that I got from reading your story. What is the message that you want readers to get from Warp Speed?
Well, from Warp Speed, I want the readers to know that they're not alone, even though you might seem like sometimes people are picking on you and that you're the only one and that you feel invisible. There are hundreds of other kids out there who feel the same way, and when you talk to people about how you feel, you'll find out that there are others that feel the same way, and so you're never alone.
Your book was so realistic that I could see the pictures instead of words. What is the secret of you being able to write words that seem to paint pictures in your mind?
Wow. I do visualize everything that I'm writing, and when I write, I read aloud. So I know that sometimes my family thinks it's weird because they'll walk past my office and they'll hear me talking, but I'm reading the book so that I can hear it as a reader would. And so I always try to do that, and as I'm reading along and what I write, if it doesn't ring true, then I know it's not going to work. Also, especially for Warp Speed, I had my son Benny help me with it, and I would kind of do this test, and so I don't know if he realizes this, but I would read him chapters when he came home from school, and if he started fiddling with something or looking around the room or even walking around the room, I knew that I hadn't done a good job because I didn't have his attention, and so I knew I'd have to rewrite that section.
What's your next project? Can you tell me about it?
Right now, I'm working on a middle grade fantasy. I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to jinx it, but I'm very excited about it.
What do you hope your readers learn from each of your books?
I hope that my readers learn that there are people out there that are just like them, and that they become friends with my characters. I try to write characters who you would want to meet, who you would want to hang out with, who you might have in class or see at a restaurant or at a grocery store or something like that. So I want them to feel like they're part of their family.
I have to say that I had such a hard time putting down the book. I enjoyed every page so much that now I know what it's like to lose yourself inside a book.
Oh, thank you. I love that.
Every chapter, I just couldn't get enough.
Oh, see, I love hearing that. That's what every author wants to hear. Thank you.
You can find more about Lisa Yee at www.lisayee.com. Pick up your copy of Warp Speed in bookstores March 2011.